fucking go! You're listening to Bread and Circuses.
Was like the mob media, for one, is the entire world populated. Like everybody's on Twitter. Fucking the UK is on Twitter. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
unfortunately.
With Caleb Salvatore.
Well, they can't go to the comedy shows because there's a 2-drink minimum, and you can't mix the Percocet you've been stealing from work with liquor.
And Nick Kohler.
There literally be people in the fucking 80s that didn't know that nutting in a girl would make her pregnant.
No one's asked that question. What did those families do to provoke Alex Jones like that?
You know what'll solve all of these racial police protests? A Pepsi.
What the fuck is up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Bread and Circuses. I am one half of the show, Caleb Salvatore.
Yes, and I am Nicholas Kohler. I'm not going to be out of town next week, right?
Next week after. Week after. Yeah, so technically next week. Yeah, because I'm
not going to be out of town. I'm not going to be out of town next week either. So you know,
dude, it's going to be so. Like, I got the 14th, or excuse me, the Friday the 13th. Great, I'm driving on Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th.
Oh, Caleb's got bad luck with driving this year, man.
I know, right? We're going to be going to Kansas City. We're going to a concert thing down there, and then we're going to be coming back. We're not staying there. We're coming back the same night because I have to help my mom move the next day.
You better make sure it's not like a full moon or some shit.
Yeah,
man.
We'll be fine. And I got to help my mom move the next day on the 14th, and then that night we're doing the ladies' night show at 9 p.m. So I'm basically going to go from my mom's house to my house to shower and then just get ready to go to the show. I'll probably eat some garbage that's terrible for me, like fast food or something like that. And it's going to be a busy weekend.
Chipotle, man. It's not that bad.
Yeah, that's honestly probably the best you can get.
For fast food.
So yeah, that's somebody I've had. So we advertise for our shows on Facebook, right? Like if you're in like a certain radius of us, you'll see it. And this lady is commenting, tagging all of her friends, telling them that she's going to get them all in for free.
Well, maybe she's going to buy a bunch of tickets and get them for them.
Yeah, I'm like, that better be your motive there. Like, that's what I thought of. Like,
it's a good plan. I mean, you know, it's cool, you know.
Yeah, it's nice of you. But
it's free for them. But
Scott will be DJing and I'll be working the door. So like, I guarantee there's one way into that place. I guarantee you're not getting in for free. Like, I can personally make sure.
I know a way to get in for free.
Yeah, like your friend, you're gonna feel pretty fucking stupid in front of your friends when I don't let them in for free.
Yeah,
they all have to pay. Like,
the show's not even gonna be like that expensive. It's like
$5.
Yeah, $5.
$5. We lowered because normally we do like 10 to 12, right? Sometimes 15, depending on the show. But we lowered it because we just wanted to get just sheer volume in for the show. And if you can't afford $5, like, you shouldn't be going to the bar. You know what I mean? Like,
driving downtown if you don't live there either,
or anywhere. Yeah, you can't afford the gas to get to the show that costs $5 if you can't afford the $5 show. And that's honestly always been one of my biggest pet peeves. And I get that other people have paid their dues and they're rich and famous and yada yada yada, but like, you know, there's so many people out there that are willing to pay $150 for nosebleeds to see a complete stranger that expect a free ticket out of a friend for $5 out of someone they've known since middle school. You know what I mean? And it's just like,
it's $5 doesn't even buy you like a full meal at like McDonald's. You know what I mean? It's like you can spend $5 to go to some entertainment thing. Like,
yeah, that's always been the thing that's irked me the most, is people that want me to get them into shows for free. And I'm like, why? Like, dude, like you got like
handouts and absolutely no tips.
Well, I mean, for real, like it irks me because these people, they expect like their bartender friends to give them free drinks, their friends that own restaurants to give them free food, and just, it's like, stop expecting a handout, dude. Everyone that's doing that is putting themselves out there. And
yeah, how about I show up to that Costco that you work at and you can give me some free fucking gallons of milk.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit, you know I mean?
And that's the thing. It's the same concept with everything. Your friend that owns a restaurant, you want free food from them. You want to be taken care of when you go there. but you have no problem spending $75 going to Buffalo Wild Wings. You know,
my friend owns a tattoo shop, so I'm gonna
yeah,
go there and get
another
free
one.
tattoos.
Free tattoos. No, like nobody. Stop thinking people owe you shit, man. And you know, if you're willing to pay $150 to go see Kevin Hart, that's great. Kevin Hart's worked his ass off. He deserves your money. But don't be asking for free tickets and pretending like $12 is too much to come see people you've known since high school. You know what I mean? Like it's,
even regardless of it, man, like that, you know what, if you know the person that's performing, that's you buy the tickets and get in there, and then maybe you can go hang out in the green room in the back with them, you know what I mean? Like let's not get into the show for free. It's maybe you get into the show and then you get some extra perks while being in the show, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you can go meet the other comedians, you know what I mean? Maybe you can go in the back, maybe smoke a little, you know what I mean?
That's exactly.
Maybe I'll buy you a
ganja,
beer. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll buy you a beer or whatever. Well, and that's exactly it, man. Maybe I'm just different. I was raised not to expect handouts from people. Like if you get something for free, that's like a surprise, not expected. I don't know.
I would just want to support my friends. It's like,
that too.
You know what I mean? If my friend was doing a fucking like a concert at a party for like their band, you know what I mean? And they were charging like what, 3, 5, 10, whatever. I would want to go there and fucking support them, man. It's like, it's better than spending that $10 on some fucking bullshit that's gonna go to some big ass company in the city, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
like,
What do you think?
Like you're literally directly supporting your friends.
I need that $10 for Amazon. Like, you know, it's like
you could spend more money to go see a movie at an AMC theater. It's like, who the fuck are you supporting with that? You
exactly.
know what I mean?
And it's
like,
something new. It's something different that you don't do every Saturday night, you know?
Yeah.
Which is
go take a girl out on a date to a fucking comedy show, man. You'll know if she's cool or not real quickly.
Well, okay. So disclaimer, I would not recommend, unless you know her very well, I would not recommend you take your first date to one of my comedy shows.
Yeah, maybe not one of Caleb's shows, because he's gonna use vigorous saltings of the word cunt.
Cunt, retard. I mean, I'm indiscriminate, you know, but I mean, if you know her, then that's fine. I'm just saying if she enjoys it, that's cool. But
it's
end of the day, just don't tell her you know me.
It's a fucking gamble, man. You know, if it pays off, it really pays off. You're like, fuck yeah,
here's the thing.
Cool.
Actually, no, do bring a girl on a first date, because let me tell you, man,
it's
better to get the red flags out of the way now than be 4 months deep into it with her and realize she's a fucking stick in the mud. So you know what? Yeah, bring your first date to one of my shows and I will weed them out for you.
Hey, you're fucking got to live that hustle too, man. You got to be like, bring 2 dates at the same time to my show, dude. Like, fuck it.
Have I told you what I almost did for our Valentine's Day show, but I was advised not to?
No, what?
I was going to create a fake Tinder profile of an attractive female and invite all these dudes to the show. I was advised that it would be deception for financial gain, which is like a felony. So I didn't do it. I may... honestly, to stack the audience one night, I may do that. I may invite a bunch of dudes under a fake Tinder or Bumble or whatever profile.
He's not actually going to do that because that's conspiracy to commit. So
no, and then I'll give them their money back at the end of the show. And I just want to reveal it. I want to like go up on stage and be like, let me ask you guys a question. How many of you came here to be on a date with a girl named Amy?
To meet Lauren.
Yeah, to meet Lauren.
That's a 20-something white girl name, like Lauren, you know.
That would either fucking kill and they would all laugh, or I would get assaulted after the show. There's no in between.
If you gave them their money back, I mean, fuck it, they got a free comedy show, right?
Yeah, but they might get pissed. Like, you never know what simp out there. This was my chance, and he runs up and shoots me. Yeah, like,
dude, just go jerk off in the fucking bathroom, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like, Lauren sent you plenty of nudes that I found on Google image search. Like,
he's just big. You just Google image search big boobies.
Ice-T's wife. You fell for it. That's fucking.
We gotta. I want to do a quick shout out today here because our
to Chris Chan.
Well, no, we can talk about that in a sec here, man. But yeah, our good friend Lavetti, man, he's in the hospital right now. Have you heard anything lately of him from the past few days? Because
I know when he got sick, I talked to him like the day after and asked how he was feeling. Well, he had been sick for a couple days, and I asked how he was feeling, and he said he said not good. Like I asked him if he had any shit in his lungs, because usually like everyone I know that's had COVID has either had like the shit in their lungs or the aches, right?
Yeah.
And the aches will usually like it all comes at the same time, like you know what you got. But he said he just had the aches. And I'm like, well, that sucks, but like end of the day, that's the better one to have of the two, right? Like, it's what can you do? And then a couple of days later, he posts on Facebook that he's in the hospital and it's in his lungs and it's hard to breathe. And I'm just like, fuck. The last I heard, I saw a post 6 hours ago. Another comedian had said that he's still in the hospital and fighting COVID. So,
That's good that he's still kicking. I know we've already lost one comedian,
Carlos
COVID,
Tibbs,
and mom, so, and his mom too. So,
yep.
Man.
He's got like an 8-month-old at home, so that's what's really shitty. Like, I don't.
Lavetti's a good guy, man.
Yeah,
like,
he gives a lot of comics opportunities that otherwise wouldn't have them. So,
and you ask any comedian in Omaha, they'll probably tell you that that he's a good guy. So I just wanted to say that on the show here because we're fucking pulling for him and hope he gets better, man. So
get better soon, bro, for sure. Yeah, no, but yeah. So Chris Chan.
Now we're gonna shift we're gonna take a U-turn here, dude. We're gonna take
it's a damn shame Robert Chandler never cut that internet down. That's all I'm gonna say.
Damn, dude. So are you familiar with the whole saga of Chris Chan?
I tried to figure out because I had seen the memes and shit about it, and like
so you knew about like the Sonichu shit.
I knew of it. I tried to watch like the documentary on it, but I'm like, what am I doing with my time? Like, there's other things I can be doing. Like, why is this fucking important?
I think Chris Chan is like a perfect representation of why like people with real severe like mental handicaps
should be in camps.
Just shouldn't be in a public light on the internet. You know what I mean?
Agree.
Like, they shouldn't have internet clout. They had like bad internet clout, man. This guy is like probably, I don't know if it was actually diagnosed or not, but he's probably actually like severely autistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Well, I think
he's not a regular guy.
His parents enabled it. That was part of the problem.
Yeah,
that was. I mean,
he's been on the internet, like an internet famous person for like fucking ever, dude. Yeah. I like ever since the internet, I can remember like people have like laughed at Chris Chan. Like, can you imagine just like being like the butt of fucking like the internet jokes for like 15
on the internet?
years,
it wear on you. Okay, yeah, I guess we should break it down who Chris Chan was. I mean, you probably know more about it than I do.
Yeah, he's just like this autistic kid, like guy, right? Like he's probably like
he's now a she. Now.
Yeah, so like he's living in his mom's basement. He used to just like he was like a deviant art guy because if you guys know the fucking cesspool that is deviant art, it's like where people make all the furry porn and shit. But so this guy was like,
it also used to be where you could find Rick the Mullet Man soundboards with death threats on them. Just
I think DeviantArt still is like a thing, like people still do shit on there. But so this guy, like maybe like what 10-15 years ago, the time frame might be off, I'm not 100%, but you could probably Google search him on Wikipedia or some shit, right? Like, is that well known? He's like this autistic guy that drew this fucking combination of Sonic and Pikachu and named it Sonichu, and he'd post these really shitty hand drawn and like colored pencil comics, and like everybody would just laugh at him and shit and make,
he won a contest, didn't he?
I don't think he won a contest. I'm not sure, man. I have no idea. I don't know like all the workings, but I just know that like ever since he like made that on DeviantArt, his like whole life just kind of like went under because he just became like this laughing stock of the internet. And he became like a trans woman, like
Christina Chan or Christine.
Christina Chan. But yeah, everyone would just call him Chris Chan. But I don't even think Chan is Chandler. So they call him Chan. But yeah, so apparently though, like there I know there's a website out there that chronicles like every fucking thing.
It's like 57 hours of content.
He's done a lot of really fucking cringy shit. Like, a lot.
His latest development was the worst though.
Yeah, the latest development was it came out, and I don't even know how it came out. I just knew people were talking about it.
He's on, so I've heard the call. He's on audio recording admitting to this.
Okay, so he got picked up by the FBI for apparently having sex with his mother who's like physically like handicapped to where she like just,
and has dementia
and has dementia
in her
yeah.
80s.
It's basically just like a vegetable.
Yeah.
Oh God, I remember reading it like everyone was just like, "Don't look up Chris Chan on the internet
that's
right
like
now."
I listened to the call, and I was he admitted to what he was doing, and I was about halfway through it, and I'm like, all right, nope, I'm not listening to you. I can't listen to any more of this shit. Like, y'all know the shocking content I deal with, like in my stand up. If I don't want to listen to it, just fucking back away. Don't listen to it.
Yeah, so this is just a living, breathing meme, and now he's like a fucking sex criminal, like, which is like, it's honestly like not that surprising, but it's pretty. It's more of just like it's surprising how disgusting it is. You know what I mean?
The craziest thing about it though is all the people on Twitter, they're not upset about this. They're upset that people are misgendering. They're calling him instead of her, they, or whatever.
Chris Chan is just like a fucking really disturbed, crazy individual, and like, you know what I mean? Like, there's actual like trans people out there that are like 100. You know, they're like there. You know what I mean?
Well,
like, dude,
Chris Chan admitted to going
there.
trans just to be able to take advantage of lesbians.
Yeah, he's not there, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad he finally got laid.
Oh God. Shut up, dude.
Have you seen
He's probably gonna get laid a lot in fucking prison too, man.
So they did some masterful pranks on him. Have you ever seen some of them? Like,
I've heard of some of them. Yeah.
Have you heard the internet lumberjack one where his dad threatens to cut the internet down?
No, so it sounds familiar.
They had one of it was a girl that was trolling him, worked with like two other guys, and she got on like a webcam, but just her voice thing, and got Chris to go on the webcam and like talk dirty to her and jerk off in front of the camera. And one of the guys that was in on the troll called Chris's house, and his dad picked up the phone, and they said, "Hey, Chris is about to kill himself on YouTube." So the dad walks in, Chris jerking off on the webcam.
Oh my fucking God.
And you just hear, "Chris, Christian, what are you doing?" And he goes, "Nothing." He's like, "They're telling me you're going to kill yourself on YouTube."
That's so fucking horrible, dude. Like, that's what I'm saying. People have been doing this shit to Chris Chan for like 15 fucking years straight.
That's cruel. You know what I mean? Like, that's
people
to bait him, and then like that's he's a piece of shit. Whatever. Regardless, that is cruel to bait him into it and then switch it out. Like, yeah.
I legit think that like everybody just fucking ragging on this guy for like, you getting ragged on the internet sucks, right?
Yeah.
Like,
imagine everyone doing it for 20 years.
Thousands of people, literally thousands of people around the world know this motherfucker, a literal motherfucker, right?
Literal motherfucker. We can officially call him a motherfucker, allegedly, so we don't get sued.
Just imagine that you have that like on you for like 15. Dude, that guy just fucking went crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like, he was already a little off, but he's just
so that video is called The Internet Lumberjack because in it his dad's like, "I'm gonna cut the internet down." He keeps going, "I'm cutting it down." And if only he would have followed through on his promise.
He should have, man. Yeah, Chris Chan shouldn't have kept being on the internet, but he's like autistic, so he can't, to make that decision for himself, like in a, like an actual reasonable adult.
Well, his parents enabled it pretty bad too, from what I understand.
What I understand is the parents enabled it by just not doing anything.
Yeah,
and they left him alone because he's like a fucking man child.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, how many fucking parents in the United States are like that? You know what I mean?
Have you heard the audio from the call where he got banned from the like, not video game, but like the tabletop game store or whatever? Because he was like stalking some girl.
Oh, I know. I heard about that, but I never listened to any of the calls. Like,
the store called his dad and they recorded it because they were always threatening to sue him. So the store called his dad and was like, "Hey, your son was already banned for stalking one of the customers here and harassing the employees." And, he showed up and he's like taking pictures of people like at the store. And to the point we had to call the police. And the dad like immediately launches into a tirade about how you're all conspiring against him. He's like, he was being conspired against by Mike and Megan and a couple other people who I'm pretty sure are gay. He just throws that in there.
Here's the thing though about his dad. It's like his dad's an old guy that doesn't understand the internet, right? He's right. For all he knows, it's another fucking prank on his son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, for sure.
I could understand how somebody would be like that, but like, yeah, it's like it's literally just the internet, like the internet hate machine, fucking turning this guy into a monster. Man.
The guy was like in his 20s, right? And I mean, his parents were in their 80s, so they must have had their kid fucking late as shit. That
I think
causes like birth defect. Oh, was he older?
Christian was older than that. Yeah, Christian was like. I have to look it up, but Christian was like older, man. He's like a middle-aged adult, like.
Well, yeah, I just know because the dad died like in his 80s, like 10 years ago.
So he's age 39 right now.
Okay, so 29.
He's born in 1982, so that's
like
pretty fucking old, man.
20.
Yeah,
that's still 51 years old. They had their kid. I mean, there's gonna be complications with that.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like it was. From what I understand, is like he's really, really like autistic kid, right?
Yeah.
So like you just fucking get flamed on by the internet since like 2005. You know what I mean? For your entire life as already an unstable person. It's like, what do you expect, man? Like,
what do they say? He's like the most documented person online.
I think they do say that. So yeah, Sonichu was on the internet in like 2007. Like, dude, that's before. I think that's before YouTube was sold to Google, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
it was around that time. That's how old that this guy has been a fucking just laughing stock of the internet. You know what I mean?
What a terrible life.
Yeah, dude, literally a terrible fucking life. Like this guy shouldn't have been on the internet at all.
We talked a couple weeks ago about the Frank Garrett thing, but fuck, man, Frank Garrett had a royal treatment compared to Chris Chan.
Yeah, because like nobody even, you know what I mean? You talk to people like that are internet savvy now, and they probably don't even know who that guy is, but everybody knows who fucking Chris. If you're in on internet culture, you know who Chris Chan is.
Chris Chan, yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm looking through like a Wikipedia thing about it. Like, yeah, he maced a fucking GameStop employee when he was like fucking 7 years ago or something like that.
For what?
Yeah, I don't know. He probably was calling him like Chris or something like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's like straight up like delusional, like probably insane, like clinically insane person. But
I mean, at this point, yeah, he's probably been driven nuts.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yep. He's gonna be someone's bitch in prison. So
I heard that he's trying to get into the girls' prison.
He'll be someone's bitch there. She will be someone's bitch there too. So
I think the prison bitches will beat her ass, dude.
Oh, absolutely. That'll be someone that's in solitary and never sees the light of day.
Yeah.
Hopefully never again. Like, we don't need people that are gonna molest 85-year-old dementia patients out in society.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like you fucking put some oil on fire, like, what do you expect? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, Christian was like life was like a fucking mess as it was. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know. That's just kind of.
It's unfortunate, but
so like you imagine why fucking like kid celebrities and stuff always end up growing up being fucking drug addicts and crazy people and shit too. You know what I mean?
You know what? Macaulay Culkin never fucked his mom though. So
yeah, I mean that's true.
Just Michael Jackson.
I mean, I don't think Macaulay Culkin got like a bad just people knew who he was and were always fucking bugging him all the time. It's not like people were like fucking swatting his house and shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure that probably happened.
To Chris Chan, the swatting.
Probably, yeah. People like from Argentina would call into his house and like fuck with him and stuff, man. Like,
dude, that swatting is too far. Like,
man.
It's concerning. Like that someone that you don't know can find out where you live and just make a phone call, and next thing you know, at 3:00 in the morning, you got a fucking SWAT team kicking your door in.
Has that since sorry, excuse me, it's been a long day. Has that since become like, because I remember swatting was like a big deal
it's
like, maybe
illegal.
like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But like I don't hear about it as much anymore. And I think like law enforcement in the US probably like do something.
I think they had to change their procedure.
Probably.
Like with like SWAT teams and stuff, like, which, you know, you could argue that should have been the way the whole time. Like,
anyway,
you never should be just kicking people's door in. But yeah, I think they had to change because I had people threatening to swat me a while back over videos I had, like a video I had made making fun of certain demographic that we're not going to mention on here. But
they were going to send them to Council Bluffs. So, and
they had it. No, it was somewhere in the middle of Iowa.
If they would have swatted a random house in Council Bluffs, there's a good chance they probably would have busted in a meth.
Yeah, there's like a 50-50 chance. Yeah.
Yeah. So, the odds were in their favor that they actually would have stopped some kind of thing.
It was that, and there were like bomb threats too. And I'm like, all right, I don't want some random dude in Iowa getting bombed because somebody's mad at me. So I had to call the sheriff's department.
Yeah, they're going to blow up his meth lab, man.
Yeah, no shit. He's going to blow himself up. Leave it alone.
That's going to blow up half the block, man. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, no shit, right? Well, I mean, it's a terrible thing, but I think they've somewhat got it under control now. So
I know a lot of people that are like streamers or something that like people try to get them online and stuff like as it's happening. A lot of them have like they've called their police and be like, hey man, like I'm a fucking internet person. Like if somebody calls and says I'm like I'm gonna kill a bunch of people in here, like take it with a grain of salt and like call me first.
Yeah.
You know
who would say that though? Someone who was gonna kill his whole family.
No, yeah, right. But no, like I know this happened to Ethan Klein, like because when I watch his podcast every once in a while. I know it happened to him like at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And like they fucking found the guy that did it. Like the guy's going to jail for it.
Oh yeah, you can't do shit like, dude, it's not 2007. You can't do that shit anymore.
Yeah.
Caught.
I think it happened on live stream. Like he was doing a podcast and then like the police like were knocking on the door. But he since like it happened like the first time a few years ago, he said he's in with the LAPD, like he's told them like, hey, like this has happened, and like they've said
with somebody like Ethan Klein, it's probably easier.
Yeah, they've like people have tried to call like they apparently they have like procedures now for people that like are at risk for it.
Sure.
And they'll like be like, hey, call my house first, you know what I mean, before, because chances are I'm just gonna answer and be like, no, we're all good, and then they're gonna fucking go trace the call back who called it in and go arrest them. So
yeah, that's I don't want to just change the subject because swatting's fucking crazy, but have you seen the new Apple update?
Dude, that's like some foreshadowing, man, because I literally have it on my phone to update it right now. What's up with it?
Well, not this one. It's iOS 15. They're going to go through your pictures, and if they find anything they deem to be extremist content or any images of firearms, they're going to start creating a database of who has those.
Oh, good. I'll be on all the databases.
I know, man. Right? And you fucking bet your ass it's going to be sent to the federal government. Like,
I'm gonna make sure every federal agent has a picture of my asshole.
My dick. Dude. No, that's what I'll do is I'll post a picture of my Glock and then my dick right next to it.
Yeah.
I'll have that there.
Yeah,
so
dude.
Every picture of my I'll have just all these pictures of firearms and then just like something just horrible to see next to it.
Your fucking AR, and then you giving the goat spreading your ass.
Yeah.
Bent over so your balls are in it too.
I'll like print out. I'll have like a shotgun and then I'll print out a picture of Tub Girl. Like
right in the pit, right next to it.
Yep. I'll just have all kinds of pictures like that.
But I've got some really like stanky memes on my picture, like on my phone. That like when I'm like showing people pictures of my phone, they're like, oh, yep, scroll past that.
Yeah.
I've got like a screenshot of that one Japanese like guy that's like standing in front of the swastika, being like, the Jews fear the samurai.
I've never seen that one.
It's just so absurd that I just like keep it on my phone so I can laugh at it.
That's that's fucking funny. That's like Tim Dillon tweeted today. He said, hey, sorry, I had to move my San Diego dates to December. And this lady says, thank God my boyfriend got tickets and was trying to make me go. And he goes, let me find the actual tweet because I want to do it the justice of reading it correctly. He said, he goes, women won't understand most of the show, but he will explain it to you afterwards. I just saved it.
Dude, Tim Dillon's hilarious. Tim Dillon talks shit to women all the time because he's a gay dude.
Because he's gay.
He fucking doesn't give a shit about what women think of him. So
no, I mean, I'm straight and I talk shit to women all the time.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
That's why
I talk shit at women a lot. I don't.
Yeah, no, I don't talk to. I say at. That's better.
Yeah.
Because
it fucking flies over their heads anyway. No, I just kidding.
See, I want to start selling like merch that confuses people at my shows. Like I want a t-shirt that says misogynists against racism. And then I want to know
But fucking like it's like neo-Nazis for fucking and or for like abortion
for gay rights. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Nazis for gay rights.
Skinheads for
skinheads for gay rights.
Abortion rights.
Yeah, there you go. Look at stomp out hatred, and it's Ed Norton in American History X doing the curb stomp, but he's about to stomp on a swastika. That's the kind of merch I want to start selling.
Like your anarchy.gov shit still fucking makes
anarchy.gov. Yeah, anything that like is a fucking oxymoron I think is hilarious. Like,
yeah.
that's what I want to start selling at shows. Like I had one idea. Zach Ravietti said he wants me to do it, but I'm like, nah, I don't think so. It was just a shirt that just says "Women aren't funny." It's like,
I saw there's a comedian in Omaha that's like got a.
It sells one that says "Men aren't funny."
Yeah.
That's where I got the idea from. I wanted to see if it would be received as well when I did it.
Yeah. Probably not, because I think he's wearing that ironically. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's like, a woman. No, I read some of the other shirts on there, and I don't think they're ironic.
Well, no, I think that comedian is wearing that shirt.
Oh, he might be. Yeah, but I'm talking to the person that makes them.
Yeah, the person that make them can eat my ass. You know what I mean?
I'm not talking about the guy that wears them. But yeah, no, that's I should get a "Men Aren't Funny" t-shirt. I got one made for the 9/11 show, where we're just trying to be as just offensive as possible. It just says hoax, but instead of an O, it's the COVID virus.
It says a fucking shirt with that. It's probably made in China, dude.
Probably, yeah. It's probably got COVID on it, right? Like, it's like, wouldn't it be funny if like I wore that shirt and then that show wound up being like a super spreader event?
That would be awesome, dude. You would probably end up on CNN, dude.
Oh yeah, no, it would be like they'd call me like local white supremacist comedian. Like there's like local white supremacist comedy show. I'm like, there's 3 black guys on the show.
Then you just whip out the, hey, I'm not white, I'm Italian.
Yeah, I'm not white, I'm Italian.
Have you seen? There's like all sorts of like, I don't know if they're serious or not, but there's like videos of like fucking Zoomer girls on TikTok going like, I'm not white, honey, I'm fucking 70% Swedish and 20% Polish. Like
I love the white girls that find out they're like in their mid-20s, they find out they're like an 8th Lakota. And then the next thing you know, like they're wearing like braids and shit.
They're walking around going, how?
Yeah. They got like their hair's like braided and shit like that. And they're like talking about like the atrocities against their people. I'm like, you thought you up until 3 weeks ago, your people was Denmark. What are you fucking talking about? Like,
it's those still your people, dude.
Yeah. Those are my favorite though. It's like, I feel like honestly, like, unless you come here in the last 100 years, I feel your family came here in the last 100 years. I feel like most of us have some type of Native American blood.
Imagine if you had like 1/8 Lakota or something, or like a
Cherokee. Cherokee's the one everyone says. Yeah.
Well, imagine if you had that in you, because like during the Indian Wars, like your great grandmother was raped by like a Lakota warrior or something.
Oh, reverse.
Yeah.
It was reverse. That was
like, I'm not like justifying the Indian Wars or anything, but there was definitely some raping of some fucking people going on. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. That's
yeah. My great grandmother was raped by a Lakota warrior.
There's this comic that's super white, or not white, super woke. He's a white guy, and he was like talking down to a black guy the other night during our live.
Oh, he's talking down to one.
Yeah, during our live stream of the podcast, Second Look podcast at Wired. And I was like, hold on, can we pause? I'm like, how funny would it be if we found out, I'm not going to say the dude's name, actually owned, or his grandparents owned one of Monty's relatives. Like if we did like an ancestry thing. That's pretty
ironic.
Like we've all seen like the videos of like the racist guy that like finds out he's like a 10th African or Mexican or something like that. Like I want to do the opposite of that. I want to do like super woke people find out that their ancestors owned slaves or were like Nazi sympathizers and shit.
Hey, I'm just gonna say, man, for African Americans here in the United States, there's a good chance that your family were slave owners.
In Africa?
No, like the African Americans, there's a good chance that their family were slave owners, because they raped.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's how we got kicked off of YouTube.
Hey, there's a better chance that your family were slave owners than mine were, because mine were poor Germans. So,
yeah, mine
didn't own slaves. But
mine were Italians that came over in the 1920s. So there's nobody in my family owned slaves.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what I mean? Who's really the worst person here?
Like what did Zach Bravietti say the other day? He said, there's no demographic that faces more discrimination than straight white males.
than video gamers.
Yeah, video gamers.
than gamers. They've always been the most oppressed minority.
No one is more oppressed than gamers. Yeah.
I think we got to end that on that, that note right there. To my gamer brethren out there, stay strong. Our time will come.
We will overcome, right?
We will arise above.
That's right. This oppression, right? Yeah.
And discrimination we face every
That's right. Right. Press pause and quit the game on hate, motherfuckers. Let's go. Rage quit hate.
That's like some shit a fucking church would put out, like as like a video gaming contest or some shit. Like press pause on hate.
Yeah. Press pause on hate.
That just implies that you could unpause it. You know what I mean?
That's like the 90s, the 90s like church things. Like never mind. Have you ever seen the PSAs against video games from the 90s? The one against Tetris.
Yeah.
Where the kid like kills the other one because he beats him in Tetris, and they're like, "This is the violence caused by video games." And and not only does he like beat this like other like 8-year-old kid to death with a rock, he drops his pants and pisses on his dead body.
Dude, shit like that is the reason why the left won the culture war like fucking 15 years ago, man.
And shit like 79 genders and all white people are racist is why they're gonna lose the next one.
Yeah,
like,
it's an ever-changing flow, man.
Yep.
That's all it is. All right, yeah, we gotta go though. So hey, thanks. It's a short show tonight, but next week we'll have our full-length show. We just had a little miscommunication tonight, but we thank you anyway for listening. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good week. Deuces, y'all.
August 14th, Ladies Night Comedy Showcase, produced by yours truly, the most prominent feminist in the comedy scene.
And you're not getting any free tickets and no handouts.
No handouts. No one gets in for free.
Yeah,
that's
no
right.
tips. No tips. No tipping the comedians either.
No tipping the comedians. Yeah. Well, you can tip them, but they'll only make 79 cents in the dollar. Anyway, all right. Peace the fuck out, you guys.
All right. See you guys.